Hello once again, watchers of good movies. My name is Nick Pell, and this is once again coming from my college dorm room. Now, today I'm going to be reviewing the movie Her. This is a movie that had limited released screenings, I think in December, so some reviews of it have already come out. But it just came out in nationwide, wide release type of format this weekend. So I went and saw it, and this is my review for it. I'll be reviewing the ending to Her after the credits to this video, so stay tuned to that if you wish to see my thoughts on that. So getting right into it, the movie stars a man named Theodore, who is played by Joaquin Phoenix. I have no idea if that's how you say his first name or not. But he is a lonely guy who's a writer for this letter company, and essentially what the company does is it's like a voice recognition system, so you say something and then it'll just become typed out on the computer. The company gets these requests to send and write these letters to certain individuals, whether it is for a birthday or for a bar mitzvah or for an anniversary or something. And these people basically learn all they can about this couple or this individual or whatnot, and they deal with that, and they say the letter, and then it comes typed out, and that's their job. That's his job. He's this lonely guy. He just came out of this relationship, this marriage that he was in for however long, with this woman that he's known since he was a child, and he's a lonely guy. And then there comes out this AI software, which is like the first of its kind, and essentially what it does is creates a consciousness of an AI in some capacity, and he decides to get this, he sets it up, and he gets this woman named Samantha, who is voiced by Scarlett Johansson. And she is a very interesting creation because she has some level of experience in her voice, because all you get in this movie is just the voice of Samantha. You never see some sort of embodiment of her, except for a few very interesting scenes towards the end where you don't even see her face. This is a computer program which is learning consistently and is trying to get to know the person who it is assigned to, and this is Theodore, who this program is assigned to. And the two kind of develop a relationship, and he finds within this person or this AI kind of a connection that he needs and that he hasn't really known in a very long time. The other star of the movie is Amy Adams, who plays a woman named Amy. She is his friend, kind of go-to person for a good chunk of the film. She is also in a relationship of her own with this guy who isn't in the movie for very long, so you can kind of see what happens there. The movie in and of itself is really interesting because it's kind of sad. At least for me viewing it, it was a very sad type of film, just for the fact that we have a society where people don't have the time to say how they feel to one another, so they have to write them. They have to send in a request for someone else to write a card to the person from the individual, and it's just a very weird thing. It's also the fact that there is this AI system and it is so conscious of itself that it learns and essentially can form bonds with people just like any other human being, and Samantha is essentially just like a regular human female, and in every way except for that she does not have a body. And this is a conflict which happens in the film, and it's a very interesting one in and of itself. The other thing which was a little bit weird throughout the film were the sex scenes. There's one scene about close to halfway through the film where Samantha and Theodore kind of have something of a sex scene, but the screen just goes black, and you just hear noise, and so it's just a very weird thing. I thought it was a really awkward part of the film. Personally, the movie was also kind of predictable, honestly, because I'll get to this towards the end of the film, or after the credits of the video, but it was just kind of predictable. Like about 10 minutes, 15 minutes into the film, I was kind of guessing what was going to happen towards the end. I didn't really know how it was going to happen, but I kind of had an inkling that the ending was going to be the ending, and it was the ending. I don't know. It's a well-made movie. It just probably wasn't for me, per se. just because I did find myself kind of checking my watch a little bit. It is a little long. It's about 2 hours, and I don't know. Yeah. That's my thoughts. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. Like I said before, I'll be talking about the ending to the movie really quickly after the credits of this video in just a moment. So stay tuned for that if you so choose. And yeah, as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching. Watching, you are here to see my thoughts on the ending to Her, and we'll get right into it. The ending is that Samantha and all the other OS systems have to disappear for whatever reason. It's not really said why. Maybe they're all getting updated or something, or the new version's coming out and they're recalling all the old ones. I don't know. In and of that, it seemed kind of dumb, just because these people the people who are using the OSs kind of become used to it. Like, we see Amy and Theodore's characters just become so reliant on these people, and they kind of form in bonds, and especially obviously Theodore and Samantha form a bond. But you kind of saw how the relationship was going to go, and the movie's kind of moving towards a downward turn when the OS is becoming consciousness of one another, and they started to form bonds within their own OS community. And you kind of got to see Samantha had relations with a bunch of other individuals. It wasn't just Theodore that she was assigned to. She was assigned to many other people, and she could communicate with all the same people, all 8,000 something of them, all at once. I don't know. It was ended in a very interesting way. The thing I predicted, obviously, was that Samantha was going to go away in some way. Either she was going to get corrupt and die, or she was just going to vanish for some reason or another. And it almost seemed like she just vanished out of nowhere towards the end, when he can't get connected, he can't find her, and she ends up just upgrading. But yeah, eventually she does go away. It is a little predictable again towards the end, when she wakes him up in the middle of the night, tells him that she loves him, and then he wakes up and she's gone. And I don't know. Like I said earlier, it's a well-made film, definitely well acted and all that jazz, but it just wasn't really, for me, I couldn't really get myself fully enveloped into it like I could with some other films. But yeah, that's my thoughts. Leave your thoughts on Her down in the comments down below if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. And yeah, that is it. Like, favorite, comment, and subscribe once again if you so choose. I'd appreciate it immensely. Check out my top 10 movies of 2013 up here somewhere, and I would appreciate that. And as always, my good people, my name is Nick Pell, and once again, keep on watching.